dude. Careful.
Did you forget? Realist Podcast. Welcome to the Your Podcast, episode 195 of the podcast.
Whoa.
Welcome back. Welcome home.
Uh-oh.
And we're back, baby. Hope you missed us.
Looks like the boys are back in town.
You get the highs, I get the low. Shout out Anytime Actors Lab. If you're looking to get into acting, if you're acting and you're lost, or if you're just an actor and you need a little, you got to get back into it. AnytimeActorsLab.com. It's the place to go.
That's right.
Adam Louder, he's an amazing teacher. He's experienced. It's the only specific act. What's that one quote? Living
Truthfully under imaginary circumstances.
I got to get that in my head. But just from that, I'm in.
That's right.
Anytime Actors Lab, shout out. We're back, man.
We're back.
Welcome
it's official.
Home. Hey, Dave, welcome home.
Dude, thank you.
Welcome home. Because you've been away. Dave's been away. Stop. We didn't miss your
I'm
mic.
going to do it all
I for sure didn't miss the mic burps.
Because we just ate pizzas and we're drinking seltzers.
That's how it goes.
And so there's going to be throat burps on this podcast.
I love it. Dude,
Yeah.
you shot a film.
Dude, it happened.
You did the feature.
Dude, it's real.
You did the feature.
It actually occurred.
Yep.
11 production days. We had 2 days off. One of them was a company move day with everybody. Moved to a way different area of Texas. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, I don't know what you could possibly say.
I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Let me ask a couple questions.
I'm just going to shut up.
Let me ask a couple questions.
Yeah. I'm in.
What was your feeling stepping foot in Texas off the plane?
Just riddled with fear. And on every front, I was afraid. And I kept having to be faithful and be it's going to work out because it all worked out to get me to this point.
Yeah.
To get all of us here. So I kept having to rely on my faith and lean on my faith. And dude, we were there the first 5 days. We weren't shooting until 5 days later.
Yeah.
So we were prepping, rehearsing, and also we were short on cash. Or we weren't fulfilled on our budget.
That's how it always is.
Bro, we had to raise a substantial amount of money.
Yeah, man.
And it turned out to be 2 days.
Really?
Yeah, so imagine that was going on. I didn't know how my acting was going to be. I didn't know what was real. I knew I cared about the story. I knew the people that were involved. I was excited to meet and get to know and stuff.
Yep.
And, I knew Adam was going to direct the hell out of it, and I believe we had a real healthy story. I was excited to do. But homie, it required so much faith to be to not crumble and be we're fucked.
Yeah.
We're totally one of the days, it was 3 days out. We go to the camera rental. We didn't even have our equipment yet.
Yeah.
So we threw down all this money. Then the insurance policy.
Yeah.
We were working on that.
You had a problem, right?
Adam was working on that thing with a lawyer. It was the day we had to get the equipment. The night before, they made us change a certain thing and in their requirement.
Yeah.
And get it notarized or whatever. And they had to look over it. It was the same day we needed to pick up the equipment. Had to. Couldn't get it another day.
That's insane.
And what happened? It went through that day.
Yeah.
So we get in the car, we drive over to the camera place. It's a gigantic studio.
Yep.
And they're showing us around it and they're showing us our equipment. And Jordan had these lenses flown in because he just happened to know a CEO who worked for Tokino.
And
shout out. Thank you for
those
coming through.
Yeah.
So we had a partnership with them.
Dang.
Dude.
That's crazy.
Dude, so many crazy things happen.
Yeah.
I'm not going to remember every single one, but that happened. So we're there. I'm with Adam. We're looking at each other what the hell's going on? They're showing us the breakdown of everything we ordered.
Yep.
Going through each piece of equipment with us. And we're two bozos. We don't know anything about the equipment.
Yeah.
Jordan couldn't be there yet because he was flying in the day later.
Oh, really?
So it's just me and Adam.
Oh, man.
So we're they show us the Sprinter van. They're walking us around the Sprinter, showing us everything inside. you got to fill it up with deaf. I remember I kept saying that. I'm like, what the hell is deaf, dude? I don't know what deaf is. Like, I can hear you, man. I'm not deaf. No, guys, you got to fill it up with deaf. Make sure you put the deaf in it every week. At the end of the week, throw the deaf in it. It's because it's diesel. I figured out you had to put deaf in the certain tank. Whatever. I learned a lot. Still riddled with fear. It's one of the funniest moments was we get in the truck, we get in the van, and then we're inside. We have to pull it around the building, right? So it's the first time me and Adam are alone.
Yep.
With all this equipment.
Yep.
Like, it's all or nothing now. We bought it. You know what I mean? Like, we rented all this stuff.
Yep.
It's a lot of money. So we can't turn back. We spent the money. We start driving out this bay, ramp. We get outside, and I look at he's going like 5 miles an hour, and I'm looking at him in the driver's seat, and he looks back at me, and his face is like he couldn't believe this was life, like it was like a dream. And he looks at me, and he's like, "We're independent as fuck right now, dude."
That's amazing.
Because we wrote it, we're producing it, we're driving the fucking truck. Dude, he drove that truck all 3 weeks.
The whole time?
The whole time. We didn't have a driver. We didn't have like fucking, you know what I mean? We didn't have that kind of money.
Think about who drives this
No,
stuff.
we're driving the fucking truck. So that was one of the funny moments.
Man.
But since that moment, it was like as he's leaving with the van, hopped on a call on the way back to the apartment to discuss money with someone who might invest.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to be burping a lot. And that worked out. So that was one down. And then
Crazy.
Second call we made, I don't want to name who's, what happened there, but the day before. It was the day before. And we needed a substantial amount of money still.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we weren't going to physically get through production. Like, we would peter out around like day 8.
My God.
Imagine like shooting 3/4 of the thing and having to stop.
Yep.
So make that call. And that was an uncomfortable call.
Really?
Oh, to pick up the phone was uncomfortable. Like, I didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. But we'd done this a million times. Faced our fears a ton of times. And we saw the bigger picture. It wasn't about us. It was about the story. And
Exactly.
got to pick up the phone to do it. So we made the call. And it was gifted to us. It was totally given.
Man.
And with the promise, like, when you have, give it back to someone else. The amount of like good faith and like kindness and like that happened throughout this thing, dog. Damn near every location was free. We had 11 company moves. Like, the money we saved, it's insane. Like, we may have a post-production budget almost secured because we saved so much in production.
Wow.
Because of the kindness of people.
Yeah.
And the amount we owe, I can't talk business, how much percentage is owned, but it's of who owns what.
Wow.
So we own our own film.
Yeah.
And we don't owe.
Dang.
What we owe is like pennies compared to what we made. It's crazy, dude. It's weird.
Really?
And Mike, okay, this is an example. I showed up, before we did this, before we even wrote the script, me and Adam were talking about the company, Anytime Actors, or Anytime Pictures.
Yep.
And so it's a whole production company based around story, telling better stories now. The best stories we can tell for not the hugest amount of money, but bringing them to people, real life people in real towns and real places, because we believe there's a story in any town. And then speaking to those people and getting their stories and seeing, is there something we met writers along the way. We met people who want to tell stories. We met so many people who want to tell stories. And
you're also like grabbing from the people there that are trying to do stuff.
100%.
Like, are trying to make films.
Dude,
right?
and there's so many people that are like, want to be a part of story or want to tell their story. Yeah. So it was like the proof was in the pudding as we went. And we met Alice, Brandon, like Brennan, a ton of people, I can't even name them all. And so way before, when me and Adam were Zooming and no one knew what we were doing, and we didn't know what we were doing, we were just trying to figure out what we were about. He said, listen to this song. It was called Wichita Lineman. It's an old song. And it's about a lineman, a Wichita lineman, like, and a lineman is a guy who used to go up on the telephone poles and connect the lines
Okay.
and fix all the wires. And our whole symbol for our company is telephone poles,
the telephone
because it connects everyone and it goes through any town. And dude, so he plays a song. That's our shit. That's because it's the lineman up there. He's like, I hear. He's like hearing the person he loves through the wire. Like that's the poetic part of the song. And he just, you would look at him as you drove past him and you'd be like, that's just some dude working on it. I don't care. But like when you observe the song and you take it in, the song that he's singing on this line, it's a beautiful story. Wow. And it's someone you would drive by.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So that was the symbol of what we were doing.
I love that.
We get to set. It's day one. Jordan's there. He was listening. He's like, listen, I'm listening to the radio or whatever. I have my little Spotify. We're like, oh, what were you listening to? Wichita Lineman. I was like,
what?
Why in the world are you listening to Wichita Lineman? Of all the music you listen to, you've never listened to Wichita Lineman. He's like, yeah, I was just listening to it. Me and Adam were like, what are you talking about? Dang. So that was one. There was just so many.
Like from what you've told me and what you're saying now, is like, I feel like there's so many just, I don't know, signs and like, just gifts, blessings.
But the thing like that got us through it was faith. Yeah. Because stuff went wrong. Yep. Like we had a nail in our tire in the van, and we were filling it up every morning. Like, really, not knowing if it was a hole because we couldn't hear nothing, and it was staying for a while. Every morning, filling it up before running a set, waking up early to go do it, and we just did what we had to do. But one day we hear it. We get to Jim's house where we film one of the scenes, and the air's flying out of the tire, and we're like, this is the middle of the shoot. Like, what are we gonna do? Call a company. They're like, oh yeah, we could be there in 30 minutes. They pull up. They charge us barely nothing. Guy's super nice. Yeah. Throws the tire on. See ya. What? Literally, as we end the scene and start packing up the van, the tires changed. It was like seamless. Like nothing was stopping it. And shit was going wrong. Like stuff was still challenging us, but nothing stopped us. It was like the weirdest thing. Mm-hmm. The weirdest experience I've ever been through. Ever. Because you knew special stuff was happening all the time. Yeah. And friendships were being formed on set. Yeah. And people were really like, dude, shout out to everyone. Yeah. Because like Joy, Mason, Jordan, Maya, Angus, Brandon. Oh, I love Brandon too, man. Vu. Rebecca. Dude, like Rebecca had to leave. She had a shoot she committed to before on like day 4, and she was perfect. She was awesome. And then shout out Glenn. Glenn was the guy who was checking out our camera package when we went to the camera place before we even began shooting. And he hit us with, as we were leaving, if you guys ever need anybody, in the middle of shoot or whatever, like call me because I'm open to it. I love what you guys are doing. I just want to be a part of a feature, and it seems like something. So we're like, we're losing Rebecca, so let's hit up Glenn day 4. Yeah. Hit him up. He's there day 5. He's there. Yep. Dang. He took over the first camera AC. Dang. And I was like, dude, this is. It was like. Yep. Everything. Yep. Challenges came up and shit started working. Still.
I wanted to ask about the people you met, because a lot of them were the first time you've met them, right?
Totally.
Like, how long did it
Joy.
take?
Did I say Joy?
Yeah. How long did it take for you guys to like meld together?
I'm telling you, dude, an hour. Yeah. It was like that. Yeah. It's never happened. Like I've never felt, unless I knew the people. Yep. And I didn't know the people.
That's crazy. Yep.
It like that never happens. Yeah. Everyone got along and cared for each other and like took care of each other. Everyone. And they were proficient. Like everybody to the person. They knew what they were. James, shout out James. Everyone knew what they were doing. Everyone. Kurt, shout out Kurt. Bro. It was the rarest thing. Like, I knew it was special. Like, I knew something weird was going on. Yeah. Dude. So many moments, bro. I'm trying to process them all and, like, pitch them out. But, like me and Adam got to watch footage one day. We went over to Jordan's hotel room. Uh-huh. It was, like, day 3. And, we go over there. I don't think he's gonna care I say this. And Jordan's like throwing the footage up on the big screen, and it was cool because I think Katie was asking me like, "Isn't that gonna mess you up?" And I said, "No." She was like, "Why? Like, you don't think seeing yourself up there is gonna mess you up?" And I think it would have.
Yeah.
Like years ago, like Rose Garden days, even I'll Meet You There days. But I felt totally like detached. Like watching it was like my ego's dead.
Yeah.
I have no makeup on in this fucking not a drop. Like you're gonna see it all, and I'm not swole or anything. Like I just look how I look, but that's the point.
What do you think changed?
My ego. I'm not relying on like how people are seeing me as much anymore, and I'm also trying to kill my ego actively. Like I told you this a million times.
Yeah.
I've been trying to work on knocking out the ego so that I can just be present and enjoy life outside of me.
Yeah.
And where can I be of service instead of like, how do I look while I'm of service?
Yeah.
Because it's about me, kind of.
Yeah. I also feel like it's like from all that stuff you've went through, just from that.
Yeah.
And just seeing like, I think the obstacles that come and then the things that, the gifts that come. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that destroys the ego immediately.
Oh, dude.
You know what I mean?
I think
Every
it helps.
ounce.
It helps. Yeah. It definitely helps.
Because it's like, this is a thing, like, we're all making this,
Yeah,
like,
man.
You want it to be the best.
Yeah. And God for me.
I think it's smart to look, dude.
It is. But God for me is also like the major thing. That he was like,
100%.
it's about your service of a bigger thing, not you.
Yeah.
Like, I love you. Mm-hmm. You don't got to go get love from no one. So just be happy with who you are and help. And that's the first time I felt crazy. Like after days of working. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
After days of working, I remember talking to Adam after. But I gotta finish this. Story. So we go to watch the footage. Day 3. Jordan throws stuff on. We watch like the first scenes of the movie that we shot, and Adam breaks down, crying. Like, and the three of us are hugging each other in this hotel room. Like, I can't believe this. I can't believe it. It was right then. I was like, something is happening. I don't know how it's gonna look. I don't know how it's gonna sound. I don't know. I didn't even hear words. We just saw the behavior. We just saw what we shot.
Yep.
And it was just bizarre. So that was like one of the big like whoa moments. And then what was I saying before that? Oh, I feel nuts after working because I'm like having these crazy fights with Katie in a yard, and like I'm dressed up in work gear every day, and I'm emotionally preparing, and I'm going into the thing, and I'm fighting, And on the other side of it, it's like you feel like shit. You feel like I kept feeling like everyone's out to get me because that's what I'm going through.
Yep.
And all I care about is my little daughter. Like that's all I'm after the whole movie. And so I knew my job going there was I got to really connect with this person and like really try to win her over. Like I want her to be my best friend.
Yeah.
And
do you think you got there?
Yeah. Dude. But like at the end of the days, I'd go to Adam and I'd be like, Adam, I don't know how I'm doing. That was the weirdest part.
Wow.
I can't gauge how the days are going. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm in the moment. We're fighting or whatever the scene calls for. I'm not watching myself like I used to. Totally hands off, and I'm in the moment present doing my doing. And if emotion's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. But I don't know how I'm doing. So I'd always go to him like the first 3-4 nights, I'd be like, dude, I don't know what's happening to me. I feel crazy. And he's like, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep trusting the process. Like, it's going well. Just trust me. I'm like, okay. Because it doesn't feel good. It does not feel good. Like, it's not rewarding at all right now.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I feel like I've acted truthfully because I've detached myself fully from like the result. Like when you're in the moment, when you're doing a thing, you're not thinking of a result. You're kind of just changing the tire. Like if you change it well, like if you change it and you focus on it, and you pay attention, the tire's gonna be changed. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But like if you're changing the tire and watching yourself change the tire at the same time, you might fuck up the lug nut or something. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Then you're gonna strip the thing, and then you're screwed.
Yep.
So I think that was like, I felt mature, but crazy. I think crazy because I'm maturing as an artist. Mm-hmm. for the first time.
Yeah, like you haven't experienced that before.
Never.
You know?
Not like that. In pockets, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But never like for that long.
Yeah.
For the whole thing.
Wow.
And
yeah, because all you have is like your past, I guess, experiences, right?
Yeah.
Like the last film you made.
Yeah.
How that process went, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, I feel like especially for the last film, I feel like you were still very much like putting yourself in that, you know,
Oh yeah.
in that place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like staying there throughout the shoot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for you to be able to, you know, like not have to do that, then it's huge.
I mean,
you know,
I don't think I was. This is weird. I don't know if I stopped.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't think that's accurate because I
Really?
like wanted to. That was my intention.
Uh-huh.
To be like, okay, shoot's over, going home,
Yeah.
day's done. Let's eat dinner.
Yep.
I feel better.
Yeah.
Let's come.
So it's still lingering after.
The rest of the night for the first 4 days.
Oh wow.
And like me, you know, I'm not looking at certain people. I'm not like trying to. I don't really. I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not aware. I don't care, to be
Yeah.
honest. I'm like I'm thinking about what I'm thinking about, and I'm caring about what I care about. My lens was still kind of on, so I don't think I'm like super mature there. But I'm just saying like the result I wasn't looking at.
Okay.
I'm in it,
Yeah.
so it was maturing, but also still kind of stuck in some old ways.
Yeah.
I didn't hurt myself this time to
Yeah.
like get into the thing like physically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. That was cool. Not to do that and still be like, whoa, I'm in it. Like I care, you know, this is big to me. This is important. I got to do this this scene is important. This moment's important. Yeah, last thing I'll say, I guess, is like that girl, Avery Dunn, shout out. That's my best friend now. She is so cool, dude. She showed up to set. We rehearsed with her beforehand, and she's just like the coolest 15-year-old like on the planet. She's like very type A, and she loves to do things a certain way. She's always working. I was like, when they were on set, I was like, what do you do for fun? Like when you're relaxing, what do you do? And she's like, I don't really relax. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? She's like, I haven't watched a TV show since July. And I'm like, you're 15. What do you mean? Like, you know, she's like, no, I have drill team and I warm up my vocals an hour in the morning every morning. And
Wow.
like, she's a musical theater kind of, you know, she grew up in musical theater. She loves acting and singing, and she does her drill team stuff. And she's done like 30 something plays, like way more than I've ever done. And she's 15.
That's crazy.
Her parents are awesome. She got a healthy family. Oh, they're so good.
Beautiful.
Dude, their family is awesome. And but spending time on set with her was like my favorite time of the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how it was going to go because I'm trying to connect to her as we go.
Yeah.
And then it was like, it just kept, like that was my intention. But then like as the days went, it was naturally happening.
Yeah.
And then like by the last day, bro, I'm telling you, dude, it was like, that's my little sister. Like,
Yeah.
I love that girl. I love her. And she loved me.
Yeah.
And it was like this cool ass, I didn't realize until we were saying goodbye, because she's so kind to everybody.
Yeah.
Did I tell you this about Jordan? How he's like kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, Jordan, we know Jordan. Jordan's gonna be on the podcast next week. And Jordan,
Yep.
you know, he's the way he communicates isn't like, hi, how are you? What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, come.
Yeah.
He's more
We're introverted.
reserved. Yeah, like, yeah, a little bit. And he'll tell you that. But it's not that he doesn't care about you or anything. He's just thinking about a lot of things, and he communicates in a certain way. But he obviously is different with his friends and stuff. But when she got to set, like, she was already like asking him about him, like, oh, let me take a selfie with you. And he was like, oh, no one takes selfies with me. And she was like, no, I want to, come on, like, let's do selfies. Let's do B-reels. She loved B-reels.
Oh, yeah.
You know what those are?
Yeah.
So she loved B-reels. She did a bunch of B-reels on set. And to the hey, Mason, how are you?
Yeah. Everyone.
You know? And she was like warming everybody up. Like she was like the heartbeat of everybody.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so crazy to watch. And she's 15.
Yeah. I can't imagine being that. Like, I don't.
Bro.
Yeah.
To be that brave, to be
Yeah.
that like unabashed, like full-hearted
Yeah.
amongst
not
adults.
Nervous or shy.
Dude, she was not shy. She was not shy. If she was, she didn't show it. And she the last day, we're filming these two big moments that we share. And it's the last time we're going to, obviously work together on the movie. And the first one was like this scene where like I'm in jail and then I have to see her because she wants to visit me. And it's like kind of one of the pivotal moments in the movie. And so I'm preparing in the cell. And I get in there. I'm by myself for like an hour. Mm-hmm. And oh my God, I'm burping so much.
Yeah, you have a problem right now.
And Adam was so smart the way he set the scene up because he's a G.
Yeah.
And he knows how we work. Dude, he's such a good director. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Him and Jordan work together like butter and bread, dude.
Yeah,
like
I know that combo would be
dude, you
so
said
good.
that.
Yeah.
So as I'm preparing, I hear them kind of send up stuff and I don't really know what's going on. I don't really care, to be honest. Mm-hmm. And I'm focused on my things. And then I'm in the cell, I'm like talking to a cockroach, like it's getting weird. And then Adam comes over and he like looks at me and he knows I'm ready because I'm like on the verge of bawling.
Yep.
And he leaves and he comes back and he goes, in character, he's like, okay, so you're going to go see Sophie now, okay? Like, we got you a little bit of time with Sophie. She wanted to see you. It's time to go see her. And I'm like, oh, shit. This is it. So, leaves again. Comes back like 5 minutes later. And he's like, okay, come on. He opens the cell. I walk out. He says, close your eyes. So I follow him. There's nobody there. There's like no crew members. They're all out. And he walks me down this corridor where like the cells are near it. And at the end, there's this table with these benches. And he just pulls me around to the bench. And he's like, all right, she's here. So I open my eyes and she's right in front of me. And the camera's already there on a close up. And Jordan's like behind it. And I can't even see him. I'm like bawling. I'm like bawling. Because I'm looking at her and she's crying. And we had this like insane, like vulnerable, I love you too, dad thing. Where I'm like, this is my homegirl. Like, I love this little girl. I got like a peek behind the curtain of like what it's like to love a kid, like to have a daughter.
Yeah.
And it was amazing, dude.
Yeah.
And she was incredible. I couldn't believe it. It was probably the best experience I've ever had acting, ever. Because what it's about for me, always has been, is stripping yourself of all of the social norms and insecurities and all that. And then when you take somebody in for real, you see someone's soul. Yep. And your soul is, open to that and sharing as well. And it's like, there's nothing but love here. Yeah. There's nothing but love here.
Like you said, like behind the veil,
Yeah, man.
Behind it all.
Oh, wow. Dude, it was the most powerful thing I've ever experienced acting. The most pure and powerful thing.
Was that planned? Like, you didn't know?
I had no idea it was going to go down like that. And I don't know what it looks like, but I'll tell you something. That was powerful. Yeah. And I heard, our sound guy in the back of the room at the end of the thing, and he's crying. And the other dude holding the boom's crying. And Adam's crying. And Jordan, like, sniffling. And I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
That's what happens when two humans are free with each other like that. Are open to each other, are sharing how much love they got for each other. And that's how we wrote it.
Yep.
Dude.
Wow, man.
So when I saw that from her, it was like something went click. Yeah. This is a forever thing. Yeah. We're always gonna recognize each other. Even when I'm an old man and you're in your like 40s or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm still gonna be there.
Wow. That's amazing.
She wrote me a beautiful note, like a letter. She writes all these letters for everyone. She wrote letters. She's just the coolest little girl, period. She's awesome. That's awesome.
Amazing, man.
So
dude, congratulations you can get to that, dude. To that point?
Dude, I miss her already. Saying goodbye to her was tough. Saying goodbye to her was real tough.
I think it's such it was such a, maybe I don't even know if you planned it that way to it to work that way. Yeah. Because, I mean, you wrote the story before, but just the fact, I think it helps that, that that's the story, is like she's your daughter, you haven't seen her in forever.
Yeah.
And just like you're going to shoot the film, you're like kind
I
of going
hope
to
this works.
and you're going to meet her kind of for the first time.
Yes.
So like it's kind of almost perfect, you know? And then and I bet the closer you got, it's almost like the same. I can imagine it's the same, like the reality of actually for like a father that was in jail for that long.
Yeah.
And like getting toughened up in jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like trying to survive. And then like he gets out and he wants to see his daughter.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And probably in the beginning it's like this weird, awkward
That's
thing,
what it is.
right? And then each day you get closer and closer to
That's what it
end where
was.
the veal comes about.
Dude,
it's perfect.
it was perfect. Yeah. But if I was making my own choices on how it was going to go and it went the way I wanted, it would have been like, this would have been my acting choice. I get out, I see her, I express all my love to her. Yeah. She totally opens up to me, and we're like this the whole movie.
Yeah.
And that wasn't it. It was at first. It was like getting to know this little girl again.
Yeah.
Which parallels a relationship with like a father and a daughter when he gets out of jail. And it's like, I haven't been around. I kind of been absent, but I love you, and I'm trying to get this back. But it's more for me. It's not for you.
Yeah.
Selfish.
Yeah.
The whole reason the character's written is in a selfish way. I want to win your love for my sake. It's not about because I love you and I want you to feel this. I want to feel it.
Yeah.
That's what we wrote.
Yeah, man.
Dude, so you're right. It was like
powerful as fuck.
But that's the kind of thing where that's a God thing. That's not a me thing. That's not a good actor thing.
Yeah.
That's like it worked out because there was some kind of greater thing at work kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was too. And when she said goodbye, bro, we're in this courthouse where all the shit went down. And she's saying goodbye to everybody. She turns, she looks at me, just starts crying. And I'm like holding this little girl, like, I didn't know you 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I didn't know you.
Insane.
And Mike, she wasn't even supposed to be in the movie.
Yeah. That's insane.
There was another girl we hired like a year ago. And she was the one we thought was the one. And it wouldn't have went this way.
Yeah.
Dude.
Ugh.
Something weird happened.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Man.
Something weird happened. Dude, I'm telling you, bro. But that's been my life for 3 weeks. Past 3 weeks in Texas. Texas is great. Texas is warm. Texas has good Taco Bueno. We had a lot of Taco Bueno and Chick-fil-A.
Dang.
Yeah, we had good set food. But how have you been?
Oh man.
For the past 3 weeks.
Me, dude?
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking the whole first half.
I love that.
Come on.
No, but I'm just so proud of you, dude. And the whole team. You guys, I know, have killed it. I wish I could be there and I talked to you.
We wish you could.
I don't think that's the thing. I don't think I was in the right place to go.
Yeah.
I don't think I could give my 100%. And I want to be able to.
That's mature, though.
You know?
That's a mature thing to do.
And if you have something else happening, I'm going to be there.
Done deal.
That's all I'm saying.
Done deal.
Dude, I'm going to be real.
You made a sick recap, by the way. I just want to say before you get into how you're doing. You killed it on the recap. You held it down.
Long due. That's been long due, the recap.
You held it down.
I'm going to be real. It'd be cool if we like watched some of it.
I would love that.
You know, some clips.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Why not? But like I downloaded every episode. Over 500 gigabytes of footage. And I went through, I was like, I need to pick something from every episode.
Wow.
And I did. And that turned into like 4 hours of like the recap of like clips. And then I was like, oh my goodness, I gotta like
you gotta shorten
cut this down.
That took a while. That must have took a while.
It really did, man. I stayed up late nights, but I'm gonna be real, man. It kind of helped me realize a couple things. I love editing. I love doing that. Yeah. I love skimming through stuff like that. 100%. Just the growth over that long. Like there's like clips from the beginning. We'll watch a couple, but like it blows my mind. I don't know. It's so just the growth. I don't know. It's something magical. If you haven't watched it, it's the last episode, the recap. Going strong. It's cool, man. And I think while you were gone, it was a lot of like self-reflecting. You know, a lot. I was alone. Usually Dave is here every week.
Yeah.
David wasn't here every week. Yeah. Right? And I realized when I was gone.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't know, man. I think it just made me realize how much I appreciate you, how much I appreciate the things I have in life going on, what has happened over the years. Yeah, man. And I think it made me think about I feel like I've been in this like kind of limbo of like not like kind of lost in a way, like trying to figure myself out. I think that's kind of natural for this age, like 26, mid 20s. And I think I just want to try to like define some like things where I want to be. You know what I mean? I want to think about it more. I want to put a little more passion into that because I feel like myself getting more comfortable with what I got, you know, right now. And maybe it wouldn't hurt to think a little more, you know?
I like that.
I did talk to my brother a lot, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like we always talk about stuff and when, you know, he's got his stuff going on. He's in Japan. I'm here alone, you know what I mean? And we always talk about our problems. And then we always get back to the thing where like, we just have to get money so that we can be like these independent forces that could just make things happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And that's kind of it, right?
That's where you're at.
That really is.
Yeah. No, I feel
like let's say for films, you know what I mean? Like
you want to be independently
that's the
wealthy.
only way.
So you
I
can
want to
do
be
your
able
own
to
thing.
be able to do my own thing, you know? I think that's what everyone strives for. You know what I mean? But we're all finding this, you know, how we can get there. You know? So it made me think about that a little more.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot of reflection. I guess,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I really haven't been doing much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've just been kind of chilling.
Yeah.
Which was nice.
Right.
You know what I mean? It felt weird to actually have episodes banked. It felt really weird.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't got to do anything today?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
I was doing
there.
the recap, but...
Oh, yeah. Like we already recorded an episode.
Yeah,
and, like, you could just release it. Yeah.
Yeah, it felt weird just like sitting there on Monday like, what? Like, we're doing something. Like, yeah. But, you know, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's dope, though. That you get to, like, reflect a lot about where you're at.
I was just watching my phone looking at your stories doing the film.
Oh, bro.
No.
I couldn't even see them.
Yeah, you weren't on.
Yeah, I didn't know what was
Saw you
happening.
go back. I'm like,
dude, when I went back, it was like, it was that day. We were walking out of the courthouse. I said, let me kick this thing on. And it was like,
oh, I was like, bah, 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 bah. It was like, da, 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 da,
da, da, da, da, da,
da.
in the inbox. No, but it was cool, man, to be like, people I didn't think would respond were like, oh, wow, was it? But it's really nice. It's very cool. But that doesn't, it was cool not to have a hit of like adrenaline because I saw like a red whatever.
I do. Like what did you, what do you think you got out of it? Of not having it for that long?
Oh man, just I was able to focus in the moment way more. I mean, you know, leading up to it, I'm bored. I don't know what to do next. I'm uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like that's my thing. Yeah. That's my drug.
Yeah.
And it was good to be away from that so I could be super present. And I had to be. I just had to be, man.
Yeah.
A lot was going on.
You don't want to like sacrifice anything.
Can you imagine? I mean? I'm like, the film's mediocre or whatever. Because dude, you know, I thought about this too. Like, Doc, first thing I had to say, shout out to my wife.
Yeah.
Lena. Because she got into her residency while I was there. She got the email saying like, congratulations, you're a resident.
Now, what is residency?
So that means like she's officially like a doctor in training.
Yeah. Okay,
she's like that. She has a salary and she starts her program.
Why do they call it that?
I don't know. Because she's a resident at the hospital. Like she's going to be living at the hospispital, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why they call it a resident.
She's a patient now?
She's a patient there? No, God forbid. But she's killing it. She got amazing, that news there. And it was like while my thing was happening at the same time. It sucked that I couldn't be there with her to celebrate it, obviously, but like we're going to celebrate it. Yeah. But like I got to say, that girl has gone from a place where like a lot of people don't come back from, and she fought her ass off to get to like a real healthy spot. And then not only that, she killed medical school. Like trashed it.
Dude, I can't imagine. Dude. Sounds like I can.
And she went from a place of not knowing what she wanted to do.
Really?
She started late in medical school.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, compared to other kids.
Yeah.
And
it takes forever.
Yeah. And she fucking destroyed it, Mike. She destroyed it. I'm so proud of her.
Dude.
I'm proud to be her husband,
Congrats.
dude. Yeah, shout out to my wife, Lena. You are my hero. So that happened while I was doing my thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, while I was there was moments of like, if I was on Instagram, like in between stuff, like, oh, it's not my shot, so I'm going to real quick. You know, it's the nighttime, so I'll just throw it on. And then it just would have numbed me out, I think. I would have been used to getting numb still, and I wouldn't been able to, like, be so sharp. My emotional preparations are, like, really be present on what's happening in
Yeah.
front of me and be able to react to the moment and trusting my instincts, because my instincts are being numbed by other people's comparisons of other people and shit that I do,
Yeah.
on Instagram. I just noticed it's like not the healthiest place for me, especially when I'm working.
It's really not for anyone.
No,
for anyone.
No.
For
So
real.
I'm realizing that more and more. Like, I'm not going to be Instagram's savior. It's not like I'm not going to heal the world through Instagram. And also, like, I got some flaws when I'm on Instagram or comparing myself. So I just had to get off it. But I had moments while I was there, while I wasn't on it, that like, we're in Archer City, right? The last picture show. The last picture show, if you look it up, was like one of the first films Jeff Bridges was in. It was by Peter Bogdanovich.
Yeah.
And it was shot in Archer City, Texas. And Sybil Shepherd was in it, and a few other people. And it was an independent film in the 70s. And it was one of the bigger independent films ever to happen. It was like part of the like this American wave of independent film that was happening. And they shot it in this town in the middle of nowhere, Archer City, Texas. And so when me and Adam were producing this thing, we were looking for courthouses. And, one night he told me, I'll watch the movie, or this Last Picture Show movie. And I watched it, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. It's not like the best movie in the world, but for its time and what it did, it was cool, man. And it was this really small, windy, like West Texas, like Northwest Texas town. And I remember being like, Adam's like, I think I'm going to call that courthouse. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. Like, take a look at it. We're Google mapping it, right?
Yeah.
And in the movie, the Last Picture Show is shown at this theater that's in town. It's called the Royal. Okay?
And you didn't have a place yet?
Had nothing.
Nothing.
There's a theater in town. It's called the Royal. And it's an important, like, place because that's where the kids would go to watch movies. It was, like, the only thing to do in the town.
Okay.
And you would see it in the last frame of the movie. Like, you'd see them inside and all that stuff. You see them outside, but the last frame of the movie is the Royal. And the Royal's still there. It's all broken down, and they like preserved it.
Really?
But it's still there. So fast forward, shout out Judge, the Honorable Judge Randy Jackson, American Idol, same name. He was awesome. He's like a cowboy, like a legit cowboy, and he's like, you guys are great. You could take all the stuff you wanted. It's your mi casa, su casa. And I was
wait, the whole thing.
And the hotel that was in the movie is the hotel we stayed at. Like, it's a Spur. Shout out to Dottie and John. They gave us a huge discount.
Oh, I love those names,
dude. It was like an inn. It was like you cook your meals in the same kitchen with each other, and you all come downstairs and eat. And there's like one TV in the place and a huge fireplace. And, like, it was like an inn.
Wow.
So we're staying there, and then we're going to the courthouse, and like across the street from the courthouse, there's the theater. It's the Royal, and it's still there. I remember, when you're in the midst of the thing, it's happening, and everyone's kind of starting to say their goodbyes, and it's getting a little weird, and you're feeling the end of a beautiful thing, and it's bittersweet. I remember I just walked across the street, and by the way, the locals were awesome. They people would just come up to us and be like, "I'm Terry Crawford. I've been living there for 70 years, and it's so cool to see you guys in our town making a movie again.
Yep.
This is amazing." So it's like the Last Picture Show showed up again through us, like in the spirit of it. And I walk across the street, everyone's saying their goodbyes, and I walk into the Royal, and it's like it's open sky now. Like, you can see the sky. It's pull it up real quick. Pull up the Royal.
The Royal
in Archer City. I want to give people a visual. If you're on YouTube, thank you for watching. You can actually see the Royal right now in Archer City.
Archer City is just like such a good name.
It's so cool. That's it right there. That's it right there.
This picture right here?
Yep, that's it. That's the theater.
The Royal Theater.
The Royal Theater. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate you guys following along with us. Booked up. So that was Larry McMurtry's bookstore. Yeah, so that's the Royal right there. And you see the wall on the right side?
Yeah.
See how it's broken down?
Yep.
Inside there, that's the theater. So the stage is still there in the back, and there's other pictures of it you can find. But that's the theater. They preserved it. The town, it was getting destroyed, and the town
awesome.
came together and saved it because it's an important piece of history.
Yeah.
And so I walk across the street up those stairs, and I go in the back where you're open to the air, and it's like kind of sunsetting like that. And I'm looking up, and I'm like, I said, I'm looking at this. I'm standing in this place. We just finished making this movie with these beautiful people. I made all these. There it is in the last picture show. You see, yeah. So that's the wall. Go up when it's black and white. That was it. The way it used to look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the wall still there and everything, and you used to watch the movies there. But
What's going on? Right
I don't know what you're doing.
Oh God.
But go to this one here. So
This one?
yeah. So I'm standing in there.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
And I'm looking up at the sky, bro, and I'm just saying thank you. And I'm like, I met all these amazing people. This was the smoothest thing I've ever been through. And not it's better than a dream. It was better than my dream. And I'm there and I'm saying thank you. And I'm like, I Google Maps this place a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And so many times people have said no. Or I've thought it's impossible. We don't have enough.
Mm-hmm.
We're not names. We can't do it. It's too much money. People aren't going to want us to film in their town.
Yep.
You know, like just doubt the whole way. But every time I doubted because I'm human, or Adam doubted because he's human, we would turn to God and we say, what do we do? If this is for us, show us the path. And if it's not, take it away from us.
Yeah.
And we're willing to lose it. We don't need to do it.
Wow.
But if it is for us, show us what it is. Show us your vision. Show us your path instead of ours. Because we'll crash the car.
Yeah.
You know, we have our own issues. But if you do it your way, it'll be different.
Wow.
And our faith,
Yep.
my faith got me into that theater at the end of the shoot, looking at the sky, saying, and the thing that came out of me was, oh, there's no doubt you're real. I have no doubt. Mike, my dream is totally fulfilled in a better way than I could have ever structured it myself. If it was up to me, every choice, every decision.
Wow.
I couldn't have acted that well. I couldn't have had better dance partners. I couldn't have found better people to work with in the crew. I couldn't have found a cooler city to do it in where people welcome you.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done it in a place where Peter Bogdanovich made Last Picture Show and I'm standing in the same theater saying thank
Same
you.
one.
In 11 days for that amount of money with that story that meant so much to me. And there's no way it happens that way. So as I'm sitting there saying that, I'm like, I just don't doubt anymore. Even when I used to doubt, like, I'm human. Like, I'd be like, if he was really, I wouldn't feel this way. I wouldn't be hurting right now. You wouldn't have let this happen. No, he let that happen to me so something better would happen.
Wow.
And look where I am. He let me realize my dream, but he showed it to in a way that's like divine. It's not human.
Yeah.
You can't have it happen this way.
Yeah.
There were so many times I could have quit and he could have quit. And people said, no, like, dude, no, absolutely not. You know, I've done this a million times, man. It's not going to go that way. A new path was laid. Like, and I'm standing at the end of it at this particular chapter saying like, oh my God, you're real.
Mm-hmm.
I relied on you. I gave up all of my control. I said, you're in charge. Make me do the uncomfortable thing if it's your will. I don't care if it hurts me. I don't care if it's something that like is going to be the better of your kingdom and help people. Let me do it if it's for me. But if it's not, take me away from it. I'm good with that. As long as I'm close to you. I just want to stay close to you. He didn't let me just make a movie, man.
Yeah.
He let me like tell a story with a lot of cool people that I'm friends with now and like be transcendent in some kind of way. Because it removed my ego in a lot of ways. And then it also strengthened my faith, which is the most important thing.
Yeah.
And share time with people and love and like leave something that maybe helps other people ripple through time.
Yeah.
Or one.
Yeah. That's beautiful how that how your faith links to all those people you met, the relationships you made,
dude.
The tough things that happened and then what swooped in and helped. Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
It was a moment, dude, just standing there. Just like looking around and standing in the steps of the place I wanted to be more than anything, but couldn't get to.
Wow.
I couldn't do it.
Dang.
I'm telling you.
That's beautiful, man.
That's my testimony, man. And I don't know, again, I don't know how the movie's going to come out. And, it's not up to me.
Yeah.
But to go through that arduous process and like be in that position, I'll tell you what, dude, you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want if you got some faith, man. I'm telling you. That's my belief, man. And I have no doubt. No doubt. Zero.
Yeah. I love that.
Oh, bro, it's cool. It's cool. But when I try to start my car and then it doesn't start in the morning, then I have a little doubt.
Well, that's the thing, man. It can't be everything.
Then I have a little doubt.
You can't be having,
Well, I'm human, bro.
Yeah.
But it was just a cool.
Well, that's what it shows you,
man.
dude. That's what that whole experience shows you is the humanity.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like the actual humanity, not the like off, like you're off the Instagram. You know, it's not about this like virtual digital like the like. You know, I press like on your picture or I DM you say what up, dude? Yeah, good shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's people coming up to you while you're doing this
it's just
thing.
the quality
People
of it.
giving you the courthouse saying, hey, just do it because you're
Bro.
doing what you do.
I could have stayed in that city for a year, 2 years, for real. I'm telling you. The stories there, the people that are willing to share with you and just talk to you, a lot of them were in the movie, the old movie.
Uh-huh.
And they were like telling me Jeff Bridges stories and like Sybil Shepherd stories and like, Larry McMurtry stories, this amazing writer who comes from Archer City.
Wow.
Passed away last year and that was like his bookshop.
Rest in peace.
Dude, he made these incredible books. And it's just like a magical little place, dude. It was strange, Mike. It was strange. I'm sitting there on a porch at the Spur, and I got my morning coffee, and I'm reading Larry McMurtry, and this Texas sky sun is like rising, and I'm like looking at all the colors, and I'm like, how did I get here?
Yeah.
It was like,
Dude, I'm gonna be real. When I went to pick you up, dude, and I saw your face, you're like, you look changed, bro.
I'm telling you, bro. Something I experienced
swear.
a wild
100%,
thing. I've been
man.
blessed, man. Truly blessed.
Wow.
All by God, not me.
Yeah.
And the people that he surrounded me with. He wrote that story. He took me to where I'm at with the person that he took me with and the people. And I just don't know what else to say. Totally changed.
Yeah.
And if I never do it again, I'm chilling. I'm telling you. Set. Wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Well, since you say that, it's like after the film, what do you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Wow, I love that.
If there's
You
something,
gotta love the I don't know, dude.
I love it.
You gotta love the I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not scared
because
of
the
it.
I don't know is also very scary.
Yeah, but I'm not
You know?
scared.
Think about all the times in your life where you're like, I don't know what's going on.
Dude, I'm happy to like.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. But that.
See, like you just said, like you saying that.
Yeah.
Saying I don't know and just like smiling.
Yeah.
Is just think about it, man. It's a lot different than how we are in the past.
Yeah.
It's huge, man.
Well, yeah. I guess because if you say I don't know, and you truly don't, and you're okay
Think
with
about
that.
when you were grinding acting.
Yeah.
And you were in that mindset where you're like, oh, fucking like, you're doing commercials, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah.
But you're doing stuff,
Working.
Yeah. But after you did this, and after you're like, this is it, If this is it, I'm good.
Yeah.
And now I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know. And it feels nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's because the other thing's fear.
Yeah.
It's fear of what do I do next?
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to drive me to the next fear of like, oh, what is it this or is it this? And well, it's got to be this kind of money for this amount of hours. And what if it's something I don't? What if? And then I'm dead.
Mm-hmm.
Because I lived in fear my whole life, which I was doing before. It just, I'm telling you, the biggest thing is it strengthened my faith. And if I have faith, then I can live one day at a time.
Yeah.
And enjoy what's around me. And then do a scary thing.
Yeah.
Something comes up and it's like, oh shit, this is a weird opportunity to do something totally different, But I'm interested.
Yep.
What if it's like I'm down to like paint houses? What if that's something that's exciting to me? Like,
Yeah, man.
and there's no scripts around that are like lighting my blood on fire, saying like, oh God, is this for me? And he's saying, no, it's not for you. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll do it. That doesn't dictate who I am. If I acted in that thing and it meant a lot to me and I did it and I was able to do it totally through God and it comes out and it does whatever it does. Let's say it just crushes. Let's say in this crazy world it just fucking crushes. It gets all kinds of accolades and all kinds of and people are hey, bro, come to do this thing or that thing or whatever. And if I read it and I ask God, should I do it? And he says no, and I'm reading it, or it's not doing anything for me in any kind of way, and my faith is telling me no, I'm not doing it. I don't care what the number is.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, man.
And I'm more happy to be like, I don't know. I'm more happy to serve a coffee.
Yeah.
And like say hi. How you doing?
I think dude. I just think that's very human.
Is it?
And I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm 32. Maybe I'll change. Maybe I'll be some crazy money grabbing guy at 33.
I just think it's good to in these when we like we have this goal of what we want to do. Mm-hmm. And for you to what it sounds like is what you did. You were able to just be fulfilled with doing it.
Totally.
Instead of like the product.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that shows you it's something an act of like love, something you like a real passion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of like you're looking at this result. You know what I mean? Which I feel like there's a lot of things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I think is like why I say it's very human.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that. Yeah, dude. It's Yeah, it's about the doing of the thing, the opportunity to do the thing the way it was given to me, totally given to me. Yeah. Riding the ride was worth all the headaches, and also that's all I wanted. Mm-hmm. But I even got more than I wanted. Yeah. And that kind of thing never happened to me before. Yeah. Ever. Never. So... Yeah, why don't you, and we talk about it a lot, but it's cool to live it. Yeah, because me and you we talked about this a lot. Yeah, like, man. Do the thing for the sake of loving what you do. Yeah, exactly. Not what the result is. Yep. It's cool to like put that to the test. 100%. Because I don't know where it's gonna go. I hope a lot of people see it. I do. Yeah. Because if it's good, like the intention was to help people. The intention is to. There's a specific intention, and it's about selfishness. Mm-hmm. It's about if you're selfless. You can be redeemed. But if you're selfish, you're not going anywhere. Yeah. You're stuck. And that's what we're talking about right now. Mm-hmm. That's the premise of this movie. If I'm doing this if I'm acting it in a selfish way, if my service is not a service but selfish instead, the movie's going to suck. Yeah. Regardless of with the camera and the other actors and can't be saved. The writing, the distribution model, the editing. The sound can't be saved. Yeah. I don't think. In this world right now, can't be saved. But we'll see.
We'll see.
This is all a big test too.
To be continued, man.
But I got faith, bro.
I love it.
Yeah, man. I got faith.
Dang. That's also a big thing you could see throughout the podcast. Yeah. Is faith. Yeah. In you. Like the growth of it.
Oh yeah. Last few years.
Huge.
Yeah, man.
It all kind of happened during this,
dude,
right?
Restored my relationship with my dad.
Thanks to the podcast.
Straight up. But like my faith, man.
Yeah,
like
100%.
It really did.
Yeah, man.
Nothing's changed except how I see things. Yeah. And how strong my faith is. And that's cool. Better quality of life for sure.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
Hey, dude. That's the You Are Here podcast.
Is that it?
That's it, dog.
Hooey. You Are Here podcast. It's good to be back, man.
Yeah, I'm glad
good to see your face, dude.
You too, dude. You too.
My boy picked me up from the airport and dropped me off at LaGuardia. Yeah. LaGuardia. You guys hear that?
And he picked a good time.
And both times for rush hour traffic.
It was pretty rough.
Hooey.
It was rough, but your boy got you.
You got me, bro.
I got you, dog. I always got your back.
I know you do.
I'm here. And we're here for you. You're here, podcast listeners. Episode 195. You already know.
Yeah.
We love you.
We love you.
Shout out Anytime Actors Lab.
Shout out.
AnytimeActorsLab.com. Sign up for a class. Mm-hmm. Come on. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the patrons.
The technique works, by the way.
100%.
Yeah, I used it and it works. Telling you.
Living proof right here.
I looked at it and I said after a take, I said, this shit works. So just trust me.
I love it.
Go do it. You know how sticky you get.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the patrons. Patreon.com/YouAreHerePodcast. Best way to support us. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
We're also on Twitch, twitch.tv/YouAreHerePodcast. We're going to start them up next week.
Next week we're back.
Mikey's been lacking on it, but
come
we're
follow.
Gonna be back.
Come hang out with us. Right now we're playing Elden Ring, and it's a lot of fun.
It is fun. But yeah, we're back.
We're back,
back, baby.
We're back, baby.
If you haven't watched the recap, check it out. It was the last episode.
Yep. Oh, please go watch that, dude.
Throughout all the years, clips throughout everything.
I wish we
the
watched
best
more
parts.
of that. I wish we watched that.
Oh, next time. Well, Jordan's here.
Maybe two times from
We'll
now.
pick it there. We'll pick it
Yeah, we'll go through.
Well, my name is Mike, and I'm signing out.
My name's Dave. Oh, I love y'all. Please be kind to yourselves. Please be kind to one another. Stay faithful. Boom.
Stay faithful.